Listen, man, don't let them lie to you about the salon suite business. Hear me out. Now, there's some of them that try to tell you, hey, if you own salon suites, you'll be in the real estate sector of the salon and barber business or beauty and spa business, so to say, right? I'm going to tell you from experience that that's not true. I used to own salon suites, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, if you really want to be a boss, don't just rent out the building or lease out the building, carve it out, and then you have all these little sections to where you are renting out to barbers and stylists and makeup artists and nail techs and so on and so forth. You want to make a real boss move, put yourself in a position where you can buy the building. True ownership puts you in real estate for real, not no fake real estate. Real ownership, if you want to be a real owner, you want to purchase the building, okay? Now, one thing that hurt my situation was the pandemic. Not only the pandemic itself, but mainly the backlash from the pandemic hurt my situation. But I had a chance to see some real perks that was received by the actual owner of the building. You want to place yourself in a position where you have true ownership. That way, if anything happens, you still have the actual real estate. Let's say if you are an individual who is renting a building or leasing a building, and you carve it out and you put salon suites in there. Let's say that individual sells that building. If the new owner doesn't want quote unquote riffraff in his building or that type of business in his building or her building, what they're going to do is, if they're polite, they want to be nice about it, they're going to let you basically live out the rest of your lease there, and you're going to have to find somewhere else for you and everybody who's renting from you in the building to go and to do business from that point. You want to be smart. If you really want to be into real estate, if you really want to be an owner, what you want to do is not just own the business, but you also want to own the building. This is a warning to the wise. Trust me, I've been there. I had an 11,000 square foot building with a 1,200 square foot event space on the inside. You understand what I'm saying? 27 suites in total, right in Midtown Atlanta. Understand while I'm telling you, this is not coming from a position of somebody who's hating. This is coming from a position of somebody who loves you and who wants to see you be successful for real. The only true way to be successful is to be a real owner. Not just one who's renting, not just one who's leasing. Be a real owner, because you'll have perks from the position of not only just owning the business, but perks that will be available to you from also owning the building. It'll put yourself in a position where you can really solidify generational wealth. Because let's say you want to go ahead and put the real estate in your will, and you can do that, or put it in a trust. That way, if generations behind you don't necessarily want to own the business, they don't want to be in the industry, they still have the real estate that they can do something with. They can rent it out or lease it out, or they could put a totally different type of building or a different type of business in that building. You know what I'm saying? That they can go ahead and make money from that business. So this is something that you want to look into. This is something that you want to have. True ownership through and through is going to place you in a position to win, not only for you, but for generations to come. All right. If we're going to do this, let's do this for real. Let's not half step it. Let's make it happen. And remember, never put a period in your business where you should only put a comma. I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.